So let's take one example. This is our unsorted array. We need to make it as sorted array with the help of merge sort. So in the merge sort, the first step is what? Dividing this unsorted array into two halves until each sub array is going to contain only single element. అంటే లైక్ ఈ అరేని టూ హాఫ్స్గా డివైడ్ చేయాలి, రైట్? And again these two halves are going to be divided into two halves, and again these two halves are going to be divided into two halves. So this division process is repeating until the last sub array is containing only one element. So itla single element వచ్చేదాకా we are going to divide the given array into sub arrays. Okay, so we are going to call that as a division method. So here let us consider the first index as low and the last index as high. Here the n value is 7, right? So here the n value is 7 and low will be 0 and high will be n minus 1, right? So how we are going to divide? Ela divide chestunam with the help of mid index. So how we are going to calculate that mid? Low plus high by 2. So what is the low here? 0. What is the high here? 6. 0 plus 6 by 2 is what? 3. So the third index is going to consider as mid. So now with the help of this mid we are going to divide the array into two halves. Means from low to mid one half, and from mid plus 1 to high we are going to divide into second half. అంటే 0 ఇండెక్స్ నుంచి థర్డ్ ఇండెక్స్ వరకు లెఫ్ట్ హాఫ్ అండ్ ఫోర్త్ ఇండెక్స్ నుంచి సిక్స్త్ ఇండెక్స్ వరకు రైట్ హాఫ్. Okay, so now again this is one subarray and this is one subarray. Again we need to make it what? Division, right? Because this division should done until each subarray contains only single element, right? So mali dini divide cheyalante we are going to take it as low and we are going to take it as high. So how we are going to take it as high? The previous mid is now going to act as a high. And the previous mid ekkada unde? Third index దగ్గర ఉండే. So previous mid is now becoming what? High. Clear? So now this one is 0 index is low, high index is 3. Again 0 plus 3 by 2, that is 1.5. 1 is going to take it as a middle element. So this one is 0 is low, mid is 1, high is 3. So from again low to mid, one subarray, mid plus 1 to high, another subarray. Again we have done this into two partitions. And the same thing here also we are going to repeat, dividing it into two partitions, again dividing it into two halves. And now coming to here, for the right subarray, now low should become what here? 4. So how we are going to get this 4? The previous mid was 3, right? So now for second partition, low is going to become what? Mid plus 1. Here high is what? Mid. Here low is what? Mid plus 1, right? So low is equals to mid plus 1 and high is what? The previous high, that is 6. Clear? So again dividing it into two halves. Now 4 plus 6 by 2, 5. Now this fifth index one will be the mid one, right? So low nunchi mid variki left half, mid plus 1 nunchi high variki right half. So 25 and 37 are the left half, and the leftover element 5 will be now becoming what? Right subarray. Again this array subarray we need to divide into two partitions, right? And we are not going to do here partition because we are already having only single element in this subarray, right? So ఈ partition, ఈ division అనేది ఎప్పుడు వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాం? each sub array is containing only single element. Now can we make it again into two halves? No, because it is already having only one half, right? So this is known as what? Division. So ఈ division కి మనం రాస్తున్న లాజిక్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ ద function name as merge sort. And how many arguments we want here? 3 arguments we want. The first argument is what? Array A. Like on which array we are performing ani. This is like array A. So this is like array A, right? And here we are going to give first argument as array A. The second argument is what? Low index. And the third argument is what? High. So if we have low and high means we can calculate the mid. So we are passing we are using how many arguments? 3 arguments. One is array A, low index and high index. So now going inside and checking whether low is less than high or not. So this partition, this division is going to done until this condition becomes false. Means low and high, if low is less than high means we are going to do these divisions and mergings, right? If low is less than high condition is false means we are not going to divide. right? So now if low is less than high is true means we are going to calculate the middle. So here what is low? 6, 0. What is high here? 6. 0 is less than 6, true. So going inside and calculating the middle. Mid is equals to 0 plus 6 by 2. That is nothing but 3. So now here the third index one is going to become what? Mid. So from 0 to 3 left subarray, from 4 to 6 right subarray. So same thing here we are going to implement. So merge sort. So this function is using for what? Division only. So now merge sort of A on array A from low to middle. This is for left partition, okay, and this is for what? Right partition or right division. See, the left division arguments will be, the parameters will be A on array A from low to middle. We are going to make division, and for the right subdivision, right subarray A, now low is going to become what? Mid plus 1, and high will be the same. Low is going to become what? 4. How we are going to get this 4? The previous mid plus 1, that is nothing but low, right? So here now low is going to become what? Mid plus 1, right? And here the high is going to become what? Mid. So this is used for, this is like recursive call. We are going to make these recursive calls until each subarray is containing only single element. So this is going to be repeat until each element is going to contain only single element, right? So this step is for, this statement is for left subarray division, and this statement is for right subarray division, right? So next step is what? After division, next we need to do what? Merging. So how we are going to merge? See, from 32 and 50, 0 index and 1 index, like if we want to arrange the array in ascending order, means 32 and 50 is going to be compared. So which one is smaller? 32 is smaller than 50. So now by combining these two, the new array will be 32 and 50. The indexes will be 0 and 1. Now we are merging these two. Now 90 and 80, as I supposed to arrange the array in ascending order. So 90 and 80, which one is smaller? 80 is the smaller. So first we are going to write 80, and next we are going to write what? 90, right? And again we are going to merge these two numbers. Now 25 and 37, the which one is smaller? 25 is smaller, and next 37, right? And we are not, now we are not merging this, okay? In the next step we are going to merge this one and this one, right? So after division, next step is what? Merging, right? So we need to merge. So after performing division, we need to do what? Merging, right? For merging, again we need to write another logic, and the arguments we are passing for merging is what? A, low, mid, high. So why we are passing low, mid, high? Because here this is what? Low, right? Means from 0 to 1 we need to merge. From 0 to 1 we need to merge means now 0 is going to become what? Low 1, low indexed, and now this 1 is going to become what? High. And with the help of the middle of these two, what is the middle of these two? 0 plus 1 by 2 is 0 only. So this is going to become what? Middle only. So now low, middle and high, with the help of 3 parameters we are going to do what? Merging. So now this will be clear now. See, if I want to merge these two from 0 to 3 index, I need to merge. These are the 2 sorted subarrays. I need to merge these 2 sorted subarrays. Means the new array will be containing 4 elements, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, right? From 0 to 3rd index we need to merge. From 0 to 3rd index we need to merge means here the 0 is going to become what? Low, and the 3rd index is going to become what? High, and so here this 1 is going to become what? Now middle, right? From 0 to 1 we need to merge, and from 2 to 3 we need to merge. So 0 is the low, 3 is the high, 1 is the middle, and 2 is what? Mid plus 1. So how many arguments we want here? Low, mid and high, right? So the reason we are passing for merging on array A, low, mid, high. Clear? So now again, how we are going to merge these two? 32 is going to compare with 80. Which one is smaller? 32 is smaller. See, obviously this sub array and this sub array are already in a sorted order, right? So two sorted sub arrays we are going to merge. So now 32 is comparing with 80. 32 is smaller than 80, so 32 we are going to insert here, right? And now already 32 is done. Next, moving to the next element, that is 50. 50 is going to compare with 80. 50 is smaller than 80, so next element we are going to insert into the new array will be 50. And now 80 and 90, already they are in the sorted list only, right? They are arranged in an ascending order only. Directly we are copying the two elements in the new array. So now this is the new subarray. Again, this is one sorted subarray and this is one sorted subarray. We need to merge these two. Means the new array indexes will be from 4 to 6. Here the 4 will be the lower one, 6 will be the higher one, and the 5 will be the middle one. So now 25 is comparing with 5. Which element is smaller? 5 is smaller, so 5 we are going to insert here, right? Now 25 should compare with, is there any elements here? Nothing. So directly what we are going to do, copy these two elements into the new array. Because why we are copying? Already these two are in a sorted list. They are arranged in an ascending order already, right? So here itself we are making the new array into sorted one, right? So the 25 and 37 directly we are copying into the new array. Okay, so again the new array, now this new array is going to be produced here the indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So now for writing the logic, let us take like this one is I and this one is what? J, and the new array is what? Index starting with K. Okay, and this array let us take as A, and this array take it as A, and this array take it as B. So for getting B of K value, what we need to do? Making comparison of A of I with A of J, right? So 32 is going to compare with 5. 32, 5 to compare, just the 5 is the smaller. So what we need to do here? A of J value should be inserted into B of K. Okay, so here how we are going to give? I is I is holding what? Low index. So int I is equals to low, and what is J holding? 4. So here it is what? Mid, right? So J is holding what? 4. How we are going to get this 4? Mid plus 1. What is the mid value here? 3, right? So 3 plus 1 is nothing but J. So here J is equals to mid plus 1, right? And now K is pointing to low index. So here K is equals to low. So these are the variables declaration and initialization is done, right? So now first what we need to do here, this 32 is comparing with 5. So where is 32 actually? In A of I. I is pointing to 0 index, right? So A of I is less than or is equals to A of J, means what we are going to do? Copy that smaller value into the B of K. The first condition will be like if A of I is less than or is equals to A of J, then what we need to do? Copy this smaller element into the B of K. So B of K is equals to A of I, right? This is one condition, and the next condition will be else, means if this condition is false. If this condition is false means the leftover condition is what? Greater only. Lesser kaadu, equal to kaadu ante the remaining condition is what? Greater only, means A of I is greater than A of J. So if A of I is greater than A of J, means indirectly what it means? A of J is the smaller one. And in case 32 is greater than 5, that comes under else part. So 32 is greater than 5, that is true. So what we need to do here? 5 should copy into the B of K. 5 is holding by whom? A of J. So if else part is going to execute, means we are going to copy the A of J value into B of K. Okay, means now here 5 has been copied into the B of k. Okay, if 5 ikkada copy ayinaka next em cheyali, we need to increment the j. So j ni increment cheyali. Already 5 new array lo insert అయిపోయినాక 5 తో మళ్ళీ కంపారిజన్ అవసరం లేదు. So what we are going to do, increment the j value, means here what we need to do, j plus plus, right? And one element is like a b of k lo one element వచ్చేసింది, right? So what we need to do here, again increment the k. So here we are going to do what, k plus plus. Okay, so now making comparison of a of I with a of j. What is a of I? 32 is less than or is equals to 25. Is this condition true? 32 less than or is equals to 25. Is this condition true? No, false. So moving to the else part, and what we are going to do here, copy the a of j value into b of k. What is the a of j value? 25. So that 25 is going to be copied into b of k. Okay, so 25 ఇందులో కాపీ అయినాక నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి, అగైన్ j plus plus and again k plus plus. Here j plus plus and k plus plus means now j is pointing to 6 index, k is pointing to 2 index, right? So now making comparison again, a of I with a of j. A of I is what, 32. 32 is going to compare with a of j, 37. 32 is less than or is equals to 37. If this condition is true, means what we need to do, copy that 32 a of I value into b of k. So 32 is less than or is equals to 37 condition true అయితే 32 ని copying into the b of k. So 32 ఇందులో sorted array లోకి వచ్చినాక next incrementing the I value and next incrementing what, k value. So here what we are going to do, increment I value. If this condition is true, means incrementing I value and incrementing what, k value also. So now again repeating this step. So a of I with a of j. What is a of I now? A of I is 50. 50 is less than or is equals to a of j, 37. 50 is less than or is equals to 37. Condition is false. So else part is going to execute. What is that else? Copying the a of j into b of k. So copying this 37 into b of k and incrementing what, j plus plus. Now j is at 7th index and k is now at 4th index, right? So now is there any element here for making comparison? No, it is like out of this subarray. J is now pointing to out of this subarray. So there should be a condition like if this happens, we should not make comparison. So how we are going to write that one? These two things should perform. It don't do like if the condition and the condition eppudu avvali, while of I is less than or is equals to mid, logical, and j is less than or is equals to high. So ఈ I అనేది less than or is equals to mid ఉండాలి, లాజికల్, అండ్ j అనేది less than or is equals to high ఉండాలి. యాక్చువల్లీ హై ఎక్కడుంది, ఇక్కడ ఉంది, రైట్? సో j should be less than or is equals to 6 ఉంటేనే these two conditions we are going to check, right? So ఈ two conditions true అయితేనే these two things we are going to perform, right? So now j is pointing to 7. 7 is less than or is equals to 6, false. But here it is true and false. Why it is true? Because I is pointing to 1 index only. So 1 is less than or is equals to 3, true, and 7 is less than or is equals to 6, false. True and false will be false. So false అయింది అంటే moving out of this while loop, and out of this while loop వెళ్ళి what we need to do here, see there is no elements to copy from here, but there are some elements in this a of I we need to copy into the b of k. What are that elements? 50, 80 and 90. అంటే I is still less than or is equals to mid. So ఈ while loop నుంచి బయటకు వస్తే here we need to write one more condition like while of still I is less than or is equals to mid means we need to copy all the leftover elements of a of I into b of k. So how we are going to do this? It is like in the loop only. So a of I లో ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ అన్నీ కూడా b of k లోకి కాపీ అవ్వాలి. సో కాపీ అవుతున్నప్పుడల్లా నౌ I value, what is that? 50. That 50 should write into b of k. 50 is going to be copied into 50 is going to copied into b of k. So here we are going to write what? 50. So 50 ఇక్కడ కాపీ అయినాక I ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అవ్వాలి అండ్ k should also get increment. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలి, దీంతో పాటు I ప్లస్ ప్లస్ అండ్ k ప్లస్ ప్లస్, right? So again I is now pointing to 2 index. 2 is still less than or is equals to mid, true. So going inside, and a of 2 value is going to be copied into b of k, right? What is the a of 2 value? 80. 80 is going to copied into b of k, and incrementing the k value and incrementing the I value. Now I is at 3, so 3 is less than or is equals to 3, true. Going inside, and a of 3 value is going to copied into b of k. What is a of 3 value? 90. 90 is going to copied into b of k, right? And again incrementing k plus plus and I plus plus. Now I plus plus. I plus plus means I is like pointing to 4, so which is less than or is equals to mid. 4 is less than or is equals to mid, false. So you are going to get out of this while loop. So let us consider there is a cases like here we have reached j first out of the loop, out of the subarray, right? అంటే ఈ సబ్-అరే నుంచి j ఫస్ట్ బయటకు వచ్చేసింది, అండ్ ఇంకా 3 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి లెఫ్ట్ ఓవర్ a of iలో. సో టు కాపీ దట్ 3 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఇంటూ ద b of k వాల్యూ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ లాజిక్. దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ కేస్ లైక్ ia ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేసింది బయటికి, ఓకే. సో I has reached first out of this subarray, and still there are some elements to copy from the a of j. అంటే లైక్ I ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసింది, అండ్ స్టిల్ హియర్ సమ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ టు కాపీ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ a of j. సో దానికి కూడా ఒక కండిషన్ రాయాలి కదా. సో హౌ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ దట్ వన్? సో లెట్ us కన్సిడర్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఫాల్స్ బట్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ట్రూ. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఈ కండిషన్కి ఎప్పుడు వస్తున్నాం? ఇఫ్ దిస్ కండిషన్ ఈజ్ ట్రూ అండ్ దిస్ కండిషన్ ఈజ్ ఫాల్స్ మీన్స్ వీఆర్ కమింగ్ టు దిస్ కేస్, రైట్? సో బట్ దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ కేస్ లైక్ స్టిల్ ఐలో ఉన్నాయి ఎలిమెంట్స్ కాపీ చేయాల్సినవి, బట్ జే హ్యాస్ రీచ్ టు ద మ్యాక్సిమం లెవెల్. సో దానికి ఒక కండిషన్ ఏమని ఇస్తున్నాం? వైల్ ఆఫ్ కంటిన్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, వైల్ ఆఫ్ జే ఈజ్ లెస్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు హై. అంటే లైక్ ఐ ఏమో బయటకు వచ్చేసింది, బట్ జేలో ఇంకా ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాపీ చేయాల్సినవి. సో ఈ కేసులో వాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ హియర్? copy the leftover elements of a of j into b of k, and incrementing what? J plus plus, and incrementing what? K plus plus. Clear? If these two conditions are true means these two case 1 and case 2 is going to execute. If these conditions are false means we are going to move out of the while loop and checking this condition whether I లో ఇంకా ఉన్న ఎలిమెంట్స్ లెఫ్ట్ ఓవర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కాపీ చేయాల్సినవి అంటే ఈ పార్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ I has reached to the maximum level బట్ జేలో ఇంకా కొన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాపీ చేయాల్సినవి అన్నప్పుడు ఈ పార్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో నౌ నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? see here this new array is going to be stored in which, like this new sorted array I'm going to store in which array? B array. But actually this sorted array should reflect on the original array, right? Original array మీద రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి అంటే this B లో ఉన్న ఎలిమెంట్స్, this B array should copy into the A array, right? So how we are going to do that one? The continuation of this for like k is equals to from 0 to 6. 0 is holding by whom? Low. 6 is holding by whom? High. So from k is equals to low to k less than or is equals to high. So reaching from 0 to 6, obviously we need to do what? Increment operation, k plus plus. So inside here we are going to copy the b of k values into a of k, రైట్? సో ఇది చేయడం వల్ల ఏంటి? ద న్యూ అరే బి ఆఫ్ కేలో ఉన్న ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఏ ఆఫ్ కేలోకి కాపీ అవుతాయి. క్లియర్ ఎవ్రీవన్, రైట్? సో నౌ హియర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ వన్ ఫంక్షన్ నేమ్ ఫర్ దిస్. దట్ ఫంక్షన్ నేమ్ ఈజ్ వాట్? merge of how many arguments we need to give? 4 arguments. One is that on which array? On array A. The second argument will be the low, and the third argument will be what? Mid, and the fourth argument will be what? High, right? So this part is for like this function is for dividing left subarray and right subarray and next merging. So control is moving from here to here and merging the sorted subarrays, right? So this part is what? Merging. This is what? Division. And this is what? Merging.